Stand by, everybody. Here we go. Hello, everyone. My name is Rituro, but you can just call me Mr. Unemployable. Welcome to the start of the 2020-2021 season in England in League 2 with Grimsby Town. That's right, second kick at the can, second full season. We finished 11th last season, which was pretty darn good. Way better than the media gave us credit for. And if we go to the league table now, and if we look at the media prediction, we are predicted to finish 19th. 19th is the prediction for us this year. 300 to 1 odds to win promotion. Again, this is all sorted alphabetically, I believe, so it doesn't really matter much of anything. But the important thing to remember out of all of this is that I am still employed. That is the important thing. Last episode, I mentioned not being able to find the best 11. Turns out I must have clicked back, or not say probably, because there is a best 11 to show off here. And here is the best 11 from the 2019-2020 season. Unsurprisingly, James McEwen in goal, Dan Lobb, Alex Grant, Scott Bennett. That was the shocker for me. Scott Bennett was a surprise, considered best 11 on defense beside Alex Grant. Swad Thomas at left back, Jack Brimmer at midfield. Again, that's no shocker there at all. Jack McCourt, Pierre Larari, Daniel McKenna, Raquel Pike, and Jonathan Quinn, the best 11. Again, that's, if you were paying attention even for a few moments for last season, that was beyond a shadow of a doubt the best 11. On the bench, Daniel Grimshaw, James Fry, Brendan Baldwin, Emil Nganzi, Tom Eves, Alex Whittle, and Jimmy Spencer. No complaints here. That's definitely a best 11. Now, of those people, Pierre Larari is obviously no longer with us. He is off in the no man's land known as being a free agent. And all the best to him. He was making way too much money for me to keep him. This season, as I work on getting Dion Conroy sent out on loan, here is what I have done to get this squad raised. Again, this is almost unrecognizable what I've done here. Pierre Larari, gone when I left him, let him go on a free. Cost me quite a bit. Luke Colson, gone. Craig Clay, gone. Scott Bennett, gone. James Fry, I tried so hard to re-sign, but unfortunately, he just would not forgive me for having given him a bad contract offer, and he was picked up by Newport County on a free. Alex Whittle, also gone on a free. And then, to start the season, sent down Nick Zanev, John Byrne, and Dan Fox to FC United, so making use of that affiliate. Dale Lease, for some reason, got picked up by AFC Wimbledon. Dale Lease is a kid. He has next to no potential, and he was barely 3 silver stars at that. So I don't know what AFC Wimbledon season him, but they are picking him up. Adam Newton on loan again to Ebbsfleet United this time. Dan Turner out with Corby. And a Swad Thomas, I realized I can't keep $2,000 a week in month-to-month salary on. You might be good 2-star depth, Swad Thomas, but you're too much for me. Goodbye. On the inside, look at all these frees and loans brought in. Callum Connolly from Rushall. Great pickup. Very happy with this. Neil McGoldrick from Middlesbrough. Youngster. He looks very good. Projects to be a very nice defender. We are not going to have any trouble on defense. I am stocked with central defenders, which makes me very happy. May have gone a little bit overboard. You see, Connolly's a center back. McGoldrick's a center back. Harry Hickford from Wycombe Wanderers. Yeah, he's a center back. So I may have gone a little far, but honestly, I'd rather have too many than not enough, as was the case last season, where I had just horrid depth down the center of the park. Cameron Brannigan from Rotherham, he is our new playmaker, and boy, doesn't he just look like he's going to be a ton of fun for us this year in the center of the park. Hopefully, he can make that attacking spot his own, and goodness knows he's going to have to, because he's got competition, but we'll get to that in a second. Thomas Robson is our new starting left back from Aki Stanley, looks to be a great pickup for us, should do very well in that limited role. Rafael Floro, I did get from Gillingham on a free, he will be our backup left back. Raquel Pike, yeah, that's right, he isn't just a loanee option, we went and straight out signed him on a free from Huddersfield for a very reasonable $2,500 a week. He will be up front along with Jonathan Quinn to start the season, and hopefully for many years to come. Joseph Jones from Northampton Town, a fullback option. Originally, he was going to start, and then I had the option to pick up somebody else who will be starting. And he may have a bit of an albatross of contract. He may be my new Pierre Larari, but we'll get to that in a bit. He projects to be a very, very nice fullback. Very, very excited to see how he develops. Dan Turner, youngster, picked him up, hoping he might develop something. Maybe he might be a good depth pickup. He's cheap at $500 a week, so if you're going to have depth, make it cheap depth. He's currently out on loan. Sean Scott, interesting case here. As you can see, some of these people, like Ryan Carroll, were signed on a free trial day. We finally had an open trial day, and it actually paid out quite nicely for us. So we got Sean Scott here, target man. Looks very nice for 19 years old. Very happy. He's actually not going out on loan. He's staying with us. I have high hopes for this kid. This could be a very good signing for us. 13 finishing. Very nice for a 19-year-old. See if we can make something out of him. Simon Francis, our new starting right back. That's the $3,300 a week. He demanded that. He demanded that I make him a key player, and I figured, well, all right, you're 35. Prove you deserve that contract. And goodness knows, with young Joseph Jones nipping at his heels, hopefully he will live up to that billing. Jacob Weaver, he's a depth keeper. I just picked him up purely as injury cover. He's not going to see the pitch, if at all. We still have McEwen up front. That's going to stay that way for a long time. Ryan Carroll, again, nice ball-winning midfielder. He may actually end up starting more often than not, simply he can do that ball-winning role better than Emil Nganzi currently can, and he's 25 years old, and he's cheaper. Why wouldn't I keep him? Here's where I mentioned that possible competition for Cameron Brannigan. Tolga Salen, a loanee from Arsenal, 19 years old, looks very, very good. He's going to be getting some minutes, that's for sure. Joe Anovo, another loanee from Southampton, is just a storming D-mid at 21 years old. Just a fantastic-looking kid for this league. Why aren't I playing Jack Brimmer? Well, he's injured. Very sorely injured. So Anovo is there on a 6-month loan to cover him. Bryn Lyle and Danny Ball were from the England trial day. They're just cover. They're there to be pure cover. More often than not, it's likely they will both get loaned out. Ball is certainly that left back cover to replace Swat Thomas, and at that price point and age, I'd gladly take that. But as I mentioned, looking at the squad here before our featured match against Yellowtown, yeah, Brimmer is out injured. He's currently, how long does he have left? 3 to 4 more weeks more on his strained knee ligaments. And Anovo will cover for him during that time. My hope is that the two of them can spell off, keep Brimmer nice and healthy while he comes back from his injury, and then Brimmer takes over once Anovo goes. Again, Anovo is a great player, and hopefully I can get him back once the season's over. But again, not the worst thing in the world. That's certainly for sure. So, with all these extra midfielders and D-mid options here, this is the nice thing about having Brimmer and Anovo. I've actually added another formation. Our third formation is a defensive 4-2-2-2. So we can pack the midfield full of defensive options, still have 2 strikers up front. I'm debating making this a 5-2-2-1 and just pulling one of the strikers down as a defender. I may do that anyway as the situations call for it. For right now, it's a 4-2-2-2. They learned it fairly quickly, which is nice. And we're going to be playing out of defense, shooting on sight, and just keeping the pace nice and slow and trying to just kill the game in this formation. We're going to go with the standard, though, to start the season. We're going to go with the 4-4-2 narrow diamond against Yeovil, who's been a bit of a boogeyman team for me in all my years playing Football Manager, so this might be a bit of a suicide mission. But we're going to see if this holds together with the new lineup. Look at this lineup. Quinn, Pike, technically, McCourt, and McEwen, and Grant, of course, our captain, are the only starters holding over from last season. Francis, McGoldrick, Robson, Anovo, Carroll, and Brannigan are all new. You'd be wondering, hey, couldn't you get Dan Lobb on loan to go right back? Yeah, I would, but he completely flat out rejected me and went to a League One team, so screw you, Dan Lobb. He's at Peterborough, I believe, if I recall correctly. Alright, before we get into the featured match of the day, a quick update on the national team situation. We now know where we are going for World Cup qualifying. We knew that already. We knew it was going to be a tough one. It's African Cup of Nations qualifying that we just learned. We're in a group with Burundi, Guinea, and Seychelles. We should, in theory, be in the clear. This should be a cakewalk for us. No, in no way should we not finish first in this group. And indeed, the FAA is demanding, the Nigerian FAA is demanding that we qualify from both our groups. So, no pressure. Should be a no-brainer, you would think. Just one problem. Shuksanike, our star midfielder, is out 5 months with a broken leg. That could be a career-ending injury. Suffered in a preseason friendly, I believe it was against Derby County, well, with Stoke. Just a gutting loss to the team and to his career. About 5 months with a broken leg. Horrible for Shuksanike. Horrible for our chances of qualifying. The squad that I've got sitting here on the back, I pulled up Ben Okafor, also out with a injury. That's not so good, having him out, but he should be okay. Just a pulled hammy. He should be back in time for our qualifying for both World Cup and Cup of Nations. In his place, I brought back, and I hope I'm not punished for this, Nosa Igibor, who was a bit of a bust last time. He's currently a free agent. I'm hoping this gets him signed with the team so we can get some more regular minutes. But we will see. I also have, in case my defense suddenly falls to pieces, I do have Wasio Shoimimo from Dolphins in Nigeria. Again, he's 3 stars for 31-year-old. That's pretty darn good for the national team as far as depth goes. So he's there in case anybody goes down on defense. But we'll just see what happens once we actually get into the competitions. Finally, one final note on the international front. The Olympics are currently on. And that means the Canada U23s are in action. How have they been doing? Well, not so good. Not so good. As you can see, the team they built here, there are quite a few academy kids on this team. Simeon Jackson assembled the squad. I'm starting to have my doubts about it. He does have some fairly high-level people. And Derek Smith, for example, the $38 million man from Chelsea. Like, this kid is going to be the savior of Canadian soccer, I tell you. But even that might not be enough to save this side. Let's take a look here at their schedule. They are currently down a game, having lost 2-0 to Cameroon in a group that includes Australia and Holland. This is not going to be easy. They need to win out if they want to get in there, to be absolutely certain that they can get through to the next round. Look at the other groups here at the Olympics. Argentina, Morocco, Saudi Arabia, and Serbia in Group A. Mexico, Turkey, New Zealand, and Japan in Group C. Czech Republic, Ivory Coast, South Korea, and Brazil in Group D. Interesting Olympic groups to be sure. That's the situation on the international front. Let's get back to the domestic front. Our featured match against Yeovil Town. Let's get to it. A 4-2-3-1 with 2 new center backs, 3 players out injured. Goody. All right, here we go. This is the competitive debut of this side. Let's see how they do. 13 months. Ya darn right. Jack Brimmer is a loss. Absolutely he is. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Happy, I remember that name. Let's just keep an eye on him, shall we? Wow, go in hard, huh? Let's also close him down. Just keep everybody in the center of that area closed down, if you'd be so kind. Alrighty. Come on, boys. Show me what you can do. Oh, they're buying it. Yeah, it's the first match of the season. Not our home opener, I don't believe. This is an away match. So if we lose, it's not the end of the world. But let's see if we can start this season on a good note here. Yeovil Town in their green and white. Grimsby in the black and white. Already things looking decent here. McCourt. Back to Francis. And that chance ends. So again, this is a heavily overhauled side. We'll see if it pays dividends here. Again, media only predicting us to finish 19th. Then last time they predicted us to finish in the 20s, I believe 21st, and they finished up 11th. So, if that's how they're going to rate us, who knows how we'll do this year. First things first, we have to survive this match. A point on the road would be just wonderful. Can't get ahead of ourselves, though. This Yeovil Town team is good. Always have been. For some reason, they always have my number. Great save by McEwen, though, to start things off. 3 minutes in, a point-blank chance. We can't give those up. There we go. Turn that possession back around. He was tripped. And it's a yellow card in the 12th minute. Robson's going to be on the end of the card himself, it looks like. Left back is currently on the same card rate as his predecessor. Hopefully he's not as card happy as Swad Thomas, but even if he is, Floro is a capable backup. So I'm not sweating depth on that end of the park as badly as I would be. I have told them one tweak to this tactic that I have made it, telling them to exploit the middle, and why wouldn't I with the players that I've got set up? Pike now. Brannigan. Oh, that's a lovely strike from Brannigan. Wow. What a goal on his debut. Lovely strike there from Cameron Brannigan. 1-0 Grimsby. Oh, that's a lovely strike. Let's take a look at it again. Pike. Brannigan stepped around his man. A little bit of a pick and roll there. Nice little screen. Oh, beautifully placed. Oh, he's earning his money now. He's scoring goals in his debut. Both shots on target. One's gone in. I like it. Passing completion rate of 70%. We're actually passing the ball more than Yeovil. And we're the away team. McCourt's free kicks. Oh, he hits the target. Yeah, McCourt's already looking better with his free kicks. I like it. Here's the corner. Nothing doing. Onova, though, will be there. Goes out wide to McCourt. Can he whip in something else? Goes to Brannigan. Steps inside. Ball taken off of him. Shoulder to shoulder there. No penalty, I would say. Wouldn't complain if there was, but... Possession about even. The Yeovil faithful can't be liking that. And a Novo, looks like he's going to get himself a card. Nope, just a Stern talking to. Excellent. Good to see. So right now, McGoldrick not having the best game of games. That could be because he is possibly not fully fit. Does that mean I bring in Connolly? I think it very well may. I do have a Capital One Cup fixture immediately after this, so resting McGoldrick might not be the worst idea. Yeah, everybody else looking pretty good here. Keep it up, boys. Keep it up. All right, let's look at the opposition here. Have they made any changes? Still about the same. They moved Ashley Smith-Brown. Oh, this guy was told to cover, right. So we'll keep an eye on you. All right. And Novo is getting himself in trouble here. That'll be a yellow. He's had his warning. I may have to bring him off sooner than later. Throw in deep here. Pike in the area. Deflected. Quinn blocked. Quinn actually did fairly well in the offseason. Hoping he can carry that form through. Lolly. Smith-Brown. Carroll is there. Of course, this is good. This is good stuff. This is very good stuff from Grimsby. I like it. The overhaul is looking good. And all for free. Brannigan, nice little ball for Quinn! Saved by Bunn. Oh, Quinn knew where he wanted that, but Bunn got a hand to it. Alright, double substitution there for Yeovil. What's he doing here? He's Kiefer Moore. Oh, we'll just keep an eye on him, shall we? Alright, so what am I going to do for my own subs? Got to think about... Oh, McCourt's free kick. Can't find anybody in a black and white kit. Right, a Novo. You've done well. 6.8 on your debut. Pretty darn good. Quinn. Oh, he was looking for that far corner, wasn't he? Close. Maxwell pins Quinn. Brannigan took a knock, hey? Well, I do want to bring Brendan Baldwin in. That youngster deserved minutes the way he played last season. Ceylon just recovered from injury. Don't necessarily want to bring him on. I might bring on Sean Scott, though. Bring on the youngster. So Baldwin slips into that role. Nate Pilkington brought on. Yeah, it looks like it's a good idea to bring Scott on here. Pilkington's corner. Headed away, Maxwell. Appiah. Oh, good block. Good block, good block. I like it. I like it a lot. Pike back to McEwen. Looking long for Pike. Can't hit him. Francis will get there, and Brannigan now has a chance to move out. The subs have not happened yet, so Brannigan's still on the pitch. Carroll. Oh, lovely the move by Ryan Carroll. Brought down from behind. O'Call. Pike's shot into Bunn. Should have been a card for that tackle from behind. Reckless. Alright, and with those changes made, I think we go into counterattack mode here. Robson to Grant. Looks in the middle of the park. Finds Pike. Lovely ball. Quinn now. Gets past his man. Inside to Pike. Shot is blocked. Still. Means we get the ball on their half of the pitch. I'm happy. Grant having a great game as the captain. As is Robson on the left. Very nice indeed. Free kick, high and wide by Pilkington, who's been brought on as a set-piece specialist late in the game, so it would appear. Passing still favoring us. Long throw by Moore. Headed away. He goes out in the middle to Lolly. Grimsby clear their lines. Vincent, though, is inside. Great save by McEwen. Oh, nice flash of the arm there by McEwen to keep the clean sheet. And the corner is headed away by Pike. Lovely. Ferdinand, though, goes down to Pilkington. It's loose! Oh, whew, he was offside. That's a relief. 82nd minute. Carroll does well to get there. Can Quinn? No. Baldwin can't get in front of Appia, but he will get the ball off of a poor first touch. Now the other way, Scott to Carroll to Robson. Looking long. There's the run of Jonathan Quinn. Can he get a cross in? It's a short one. Might have been deflected. Ultimately, nothing comes of it. But proving to you that this team is deadly. Much improved. Last year facing Yeovil, no good times. This year, times are better. We're still showing not what I want to see here in the waning stages of the match. A little sharper defense would be nice. But so far, everybody seems to be holding firm, which is exactly what you want to see. Ferdinand for Yeovil. Being marked by McCourt, who clatters him. Be a free kick for Vincent. But that's not going to hit the target. Very nice. Alright, well, we're actually out shooting them. Oh, Baldwin's in the book. Not a shocker there. We've lost possession going to the counter-attack, but that's fine. They are chasing the game. And we are trying to defend, so it makes sense the possession would flip slightly. Again, in the modern game, possession is something of a false metric. Oh! Oh! Is that a second yellow? Nope, just a foul. That's fine, though. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Just milk it for all it's worth, Jack McCourt. Take your time. He will go long. Over the head of Scott. Can't find him. And Appia, however, on the counter, can't get past Baldwin. McCourt. Carroll. To an wide open Jonathan Quinn, but the shot is deflected. Oh, that close. We need to get a corner out of it, though, as we've reached the 90 and we're into the stoppage time. Corner goes nowhere, but Baldwin recovers. Back in by Robson. Goes nowhere. Appia. Cruz. Oh my goodness. I mean, I shouldn't get excited. I shouldn't get excited. But hey, it's looking good. It's looking good here. Vincent's shot is blocked. Vincent has actually been a fairly solid player for them in that midfield, and I do not care for it. Pilkington. Headed away by Connolly. Vincent right back into the mixer, but McEwen gets there first. Good job there by the keeper. 2 minutes to go. We've played one of the three. And Carroll will get himself a card. Nope, just talking to for Ryan Carroll. It's a great game. 7.4 in the midfield. Very nice. And there it is. Oh my goodness. We start the season with a win. Oh my goodness. An away win at Yeovil. That is just amazing. I could not be happier with that start of the season. Perhaps a few too many cards for my liking. But the point is we got all 3 points. We start the season on a very positive note, which can only mean good things as we start the 2020-2021 season. Next time on Mr. Unemployable, we will check in at the quarter mark of the season and see how we're doing. Will we still be in the Capital One Cup? Unlikely. Will Nigeria's problems have been solved? Unlikely. But will I still be Mr. Unemployable? Absolutely. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you like what you've seen, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, tell all your friends about the videos on YouTube, and be sure to join us on twitch.tv/Rituro, where I record all these episodes live for all these great people here in Twitch chat. Once again, my name is Rituro. Just call me Mr. Unemployable. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time. Hello, Slam Keo. How are you doing?